Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we will be learning about redox reactions and oxidation states. We hope you find this video helpful. So let's begin.
Firstly, let's understand what really are redox reactions. The name itself can be used to understand what it is. It is a reaction in which reduction of a substance and oxidation of a substance take place. Red for reduction and Ox for oxidation. So what is reduction and oxidation in the first place? In reduction reactions, as the name suggests, the oxidation state of one compound involved in the reaction reduces and the opposite takes place in oxidation reactions. The oxidation state of another compound involved in the reaction increases, but how does this happen? There are two ways in which a compound can be oxidized or reduced. Number 1. The loss or gain of oxygen. When a compound gains oxygen, it is known to be oxidized, and when oxygen is lost, it is known to be reduced. Number 2. The loss or gain of electrons. When a compound gains electrons, it is known to be reduced, and when a compound loses electrons, it is known to be oxidized. And these are the methods by which reduction and oxidation take place. In redox reactions, both types of these reactions occur.
Now let's learn a little bit about oxidation states. To start with, an oxidation state of a compound is a measure of how oxidized it is. There are several rules to determine the oxidation state of a compound. Let me explain. 1. Uncombined elements have an oxidation state of 0. So for example, if sodium was present uncombined, it would have an oxidation state of 0. 2. Oxygen has an oxidation state of -2 in most compounds. 3. Hydrogen has an oxidation state of +1 in most compounds. 4. The oxidation state of an element is the same as the charge on its ions in an ionic compound. 5. Lastly, oxidation states in compounds add up to 0. These rules will help you to determine the oxidation state of.
Now that we know about oxidation and reduction reactions, why don't we check out a few examples? Here's one. Sodium metal when uncombined has an oxidation state of 0, but when it is oxidized, it has an oxidation state of +1. Oxygen, when uncombined, has an oxidation state of 0, but when reduced, it has an oxidation state of -2. This is an example of a redox reaction. Copper 2 oxide is reduced because oxygen is lost, and hydrogen is oxidized because it gains oxygen. Here is another one. In this redox reaction, magnesium loses electrons and become magnesium 2+, while oxygen gains electrons and becomes oxygen 2-. Make sure that you don't confuse charges on ions and oxidation states. This is the difference between charges and oxidation states.
That's all about redox reactions and oxidation states. If you learned something new, please consider subscribing and giving this video a like. Also, please feel free to ask us questions related to redox reactions in the comments section below, and as always,